Hi guys, welcome to a handy video for some survival tips in Tears of the Kingdom. This video is going to be related to cold resistance. So if you're familiar with the systems or the different weather patterns in the game, you know there's certain areas that are cold and some even colder than that, and they have two tiers of cold resistance. So certain areas you'll get away with just wearing one piece of cold, like my pants at the moment have cold resistance. And that'll allow me to walk around in certain areas without taking damage from the cold. When you get to certain other areas, like the area I'm in right now, you're going to need tier 2 cold resistance. Now, one of the easiest ways to do that, let me scroll over quick, would be to equip a second piece of clothing that contains cold resistance. So the Rito armor, I forget what it's called, but that contains cold resistance, and wearing two pieces of that will allow you to get by just fine in the areas of the game that are very cold. If you don't have two pieces, or you don't want to pay the money for the Rito gear because it can be expensive, you need to find other ways around it. Now you can make recipes. There are several different recipes in the game that I will open up the recipes. So things like this, you get your spicy elixir that'll give you tier 2 cold resistance for 8 minutes. I think there's some other ones here. Mushroom rice balls, pepper steak. You can see the two ingredients at the bottom there. It's just a steak and a hot pepper. There's quite a few anyway. I will link to in the description a selection of the recipes from the game, some of the best ones that if you want to make use of that you can. They're very handy when you're just want to get through somewhere real quick, but they're not great when you need to do long-term exploration. So where I am right now, it's very cold. I need tier 2. If I want to spend like an hour, half an hour, whatever, running around here looking for secrets and shrines and stuff, I'm going to quickly run out of ingredients or burn through quite a lot of crafting resources to do this. So if you don't want to have two pieces of clothing, you don't want to waste all your resources, there is another secret, and you can probably figure it out with what's going on behind me right now. So I have a weapon called the Ruby Rod. If I open up here, you'll get a better look at it. All it is a ruby infused with any other weapon. Is that called infused? No, just fused. All you have to do is find a ruby, which you could do from destroying those large kind of blocks of coal they kind of look like, and then just fuse it with any other weapon you want. And you can see from this ruby rod that it's got a heat, where it's got a little fire glowing on it. Now I don't know how it isn't burning Link's arse, but he seems to be getting by just fine. But you'll see now, if I unequip this weapon, I'm suddenly unbearably cold, and I can't survive. And if I stay here any longer, I'm going to start taking damage. But as soon as I equip it back up, you can see the little temperature gauge on the bottom right has gone back to a more comfortable level, and Link is able to survive warm again. Now the biggest advantage of this particular thing is that it doesn't waste away. Like, so all weapons will degrade naturally as you use them, but just having this equipped on your back doesn't cost you any sort of weapon degradation. You can keep doing this forever, and I've been keeping one of these on my back for a while, just as I'd been getting through some of the Rito levels that required the tier 2 cold resistance. This has been really handy. Now obviously if you start using it in combat to attack enemies, the weapon will degrade and you will then potentially lose it. But if you're just doing what I plan to do now in the next few minutes, is explore this cold region of the map. I'm just about to unlock the tower now. I'm going to need some cold resistance, and this weapon's going to do me wonders. And I'll probably be ignoring a lot of these combat things anyway, because I'm just going to be looking for shrines and any little secrets and fun stuff. So there you go, handy tip for anyone looking for a cheap and easy way to get cold resistance without having to spend rupees on armor, and without having to spend a lot of crafting resources on recipes and elixirs and cooking and whatever else you need to do to maintain your list of foods. So I'm going to play around with it a bit more. I'll have some more videos coming up soon, but hopefully this one helps you out. Talk to you later.